Please welcome winner of Cinematography for Oppenheimer, Hoyte van Hoytema.
Hi, everybody.
Number 152 with 197 on deck.
Good evening.
154, apologies. (154) second row.
Hi, Christopher Vita, TT News Agency. I just wanted to congratulate you for your first Oscar, and I wanted to ask, what are you the most proud of when it comes to this film?
I'm maybe most proud of that we, through the years have pretty much not changed anything in our mentality, I think. I mean, we never been chasing this. We always try to make good films. And it's very nice that, it paid off at some point and materialized into an Oscar.
Number 197 with 169 on deck.
Thank you.
Back of the room.
Hello. Emily Svensson for Aftonbladet.
Hey.
Congratulations.
Sverige.
Yes. Can you tell me what was the biggest challenges for you for bringing this movie to life?
I would say the biggest challenge for me was to make sure that a film that is very much made out of people talking in a room, a lot of close-ups, but to actually make it a cinematic experience, a thing that people could go to the movies to and really could, transcend into the reality of this story. And I think that was the biggest challenge. That was what we have been working hard with from the beginning.
Number 169, please, with 158 on deck.
Congratulations. It's Mark Williams from British Cinematographer magazine. And aside from an agreement that you're going to shoot on film each time you collaborate with Christopher Nolan, since you've had this ongoing and developing partnership, what kind of a shorthand, how has your methodology changed or been streamlined when you work with each other on each new project?
A given is that we always want to build new things and invent new things in order to, get shots that we've never seen before. So in that way, we're always trying to challenge each other to find new ways and to sort of push the boundaries of, what we're trying to pioneer a little bit with the big format camera and the film and keeping the camera very flexible and movable, etc., etc. But, doing a few films together is also, you get to know somebody better and better, and you get to, you get to speak each other's language more and more. And a lot of things don't need too much conversation in the end. And in a way, you can become, your cooperation can become much more intuitive. And I think that I strive very much to, once you are working with a lot of technology and equipment on set, to make sure that things can also maintain very intuitive, because, in the end, you're dealing with human emotions. And
Number 158, 239, last question.
Hi, Roger Wilson from the Swedish radio. Grattis.
Hey, tack så mycket.
Congratulations. So it's been a pleasure of following your career from when you did a lot of films in Sweden. Could you sort of tell me what's changed with your film language from then and what remained from those films that were on a totally different scale just when it comes to budget?
Yeah, funnily enough, and I think I was lucky, for instance, with the director I worked with Chris Nolan, but essentially there's not so much difference. There's not so much difference between a smaller film in Sweden and a big film in America, except for resources. But the way that you try to keep things intimate and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to tell, that kind of remains the same, and one of the beautiful things with working with Chris Nolan is that, he really tries to maintain a specific intimacy around the camera. He really loves the set to feel small and personal. And in that way, I always have the feeling that filming with him is like making a tiny little film on a very ground scale in a way.
Final question, number 239 in the middle of the room.
Hi, Gemma Gracewood here from Letterboxd. You and Chris make films that are among the most beloved and watched again and again and again. You, in particular, see the film first. You see the shot first. What's it like when you know you've nailed a classic Christopher Nolan big screen moment?
I mean, I see this film first, but you know, there's also something about being a cinematographer. I watch through the viewfinder, which is a huge privilege. You know, the first performance of the actor you see optically through a viewfinder of a camera. We don't really have a big video assist on the set, so the judgment about that picture comes very much down to that moment. And when their magic happens, you know, you're kind of the first witness of that, which is extremely exciting. And then, of course, when Chris edits his film and shows the film, it's in case with him, it's always exhilarating. You always have some sort of a idea about how a film is going to be, but he always sort of surpasses that expectation. You know, it's always very nice. It's almost like watching an entirely new film.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.